All right, welcome to the 9-5 Gaming Channel. I'm your host, JD from the 9-5, and today I want to talk to you about something I just allowed to get into my mind space about the Xbox going third party, all of the things that's been happening over the past months or so regarding Xbox. Their play, the leverage that they have that nobody's really talking about, is very apparent amongst the company of Microsoft. And that's just something I want to also highlight, especially when we have Miss Sarah Bond here, the beautiful Sarah Bond. All right, might I say, whew, she's very, very well articulated and everything. She's specifically. I have it right here specifically because she makes one of the boldest statements on this podcast, the official Xbox podcast that happened on maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But hey, if you stop by and want to join the conversation, just drop down in the chat, tell me what you feel. This is like one of them late night streams for me, man. I'm just up. I just want to produce this content, give y'all my thoughts on the marination process, the coping process of the four games that are confirmed to go to the platform of PlayStation and also the Nintendo Switch. And if you didn't know, those four games were mentioned in this podcast, the Xbox official podcast, because this was a more a response to rumors rather than like a proactive. It's proactive, but it's in response to the rumors that leaked out. Man, it's so we've had time to marinate, right, on what's going down. We actually got official information on the actual games that are going to the other platforms. Those four games are Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and Sea of Thieves. Okay, so the big reason why we have this podcast going on um, is because the big games that were mentioned in those rumors were Starfield and Indiana Jones. Um, first party titles, real flagship titles moving to other platforms. And with those leaks being out, they had to come up with this podcast. They had to do this. So, here we are, weeks later. How's the Xbox community looking? How is the gaming space looking? How did it marinate? How did it just get to where we are now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where we are now as of what's it, February 27th, as I do the live stream. Really, really late where I'm at, but this is the dedication that I have to the channel, and I just want to let you know. I'm glad if you stop by. Just let a brother know how you doing. If you have an Xbox, if you want the ecosystem to grow, if you can see the business, right, that Xbox is trying to push forward, rather than remain in your ways, right? It's hard. Change is always difficult, right? It's a difficult process, and they got to give us by the little. You know what I'm saying? With Microsoft, they've learned how to drip feed, right? Drip feed information about the changes of the company philosophy. So the marination process. You looking at the title. The title is leverage, right? They have some leverage here that we need to talk about. That I want to talk about actually. That I just assume people are not really paying attention to, because we've seen huge in my lifetime. I've seen huge shifts in how developers create games, or the multitude of different styles of games come and go, right? Um, it's been more granular in scale in terms of like big changes in the industry, and that is all due to what Microsoft has been able to accomplish in the last possibly 3 years or so, right? Acquiring all these publishers and acquiring all these studios, um, allowing them to have a multitude, a home, a home stash. You feel me? You got your stash. Me, since I'm talking like that, let me go ahead. You gotta have a stash full of your product. You know what I'm saying? So they have the product, they have the studios, right? They've been going out purchasing all these studios to have in a bag, having a in a stash. You feel me? Let me take these off. I started getting to character for real. But when we talk about Xbox, um, I have that duality. You feel me? It's a duality going on. So, but if you didn't know, this is the 9-5 Gaming Channel. I'm glad you're here. Hit the like button. Help us get to 300. I'm at 288 subscribers right now. Let's get to 300. I'm appreciative of the 288 that I have right now. All right. Don't ever get that twisted, man. We showing love to everybody that pulls up and show some love, engage. Just drop something in chat if you can. I have my latest video about Tarkov. And Tarkov, that's one of those games where you have to remain vigilant. You have to be assertive in situations you hear just the slightest little grass crack on the ground. The audio design and Escape from Tarkov is really good. It's one of the best. So go check that video out. It provides a new camera angle through a mod. You can't do it on the official version of EFT. Let's see. So yeah, going back to the conversation. Excuse me. Going back to the conversation. Let me take these off. Let me take them off. Microsoft has been able to establish themselves. They've been able to. I think I need to put them back on. I'm sorry. I feel more gamer. When I have the headsets on, I feel like it's more authentic. You feel me? It's like I'm talking into my party chat. That's how I was coming up. That party chat was where it's at. All right. Turn that up. But yeah, so with the granular changes that I'm mentioning that Microsoft was able to be a part of, possibly over the last, I'll say 7 to 8 years, with Microsoft going to PC, that was a big change in itself. People was like, yo, so we're going to get Xbox and PC games day and date together. And yeah, that happened, right? There was a little pushback, but here we are now, and it's the norm, right? The changes, just hear me out. This is where I'm going with the leverage talk, right? The leverage talk that I've put in the title, everything that I'm leading up to, right? They have an abundance of titles here, just an abundance of character, abundance of IP. IP is intellectual property, right? They have a whole stash of things that they can just, all right, what we got on the table here, boom, 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 boom. You dig? Everything that they have is within their reach, is within their control, right? Microsoft owns all of this. And you hear me saying Microsoft. I should be saying Xbox to make you feel better. But let's be real. Microsoft, at the end of the day, those shareholders, the money moves. Money moves everything, bro. So, I mean, we can talk Xbox, but I'm saying Microsoft. So, yeah, everybody. Sometimes Microsoft. That's why I believe it's not an Xbox tax; it's a Microsoft tax, because it's always embedded in politics and stuff when it comes to Microsoft. But it's more to it than just gaming, right? So with the abundance of IP that Microsoft has, right, all of these studios that they've bought, with these changes coming about now that they're releasing games on PC and having a mid-gen console refresh, right, showing that they are still they're still developing hardware, right? Hardware is paramount. Hardware is what we want to do. So, people wanted to push narrative saying, hey, this means that they're going out of the console business. They never said that. Maybe we're going to see it, we're going to see it eventually. Somebody's going to jump the gun and eventually do nothing console and be an app. But it's not no time soon. So um it's not happening anytime soon. I'm just watching the podcast here over again. I haven't watched it um to like really listen to what they're saying. But I do know when Sarah Bond was up there making big proclaims of this and that. We'll get to it. I was like, yeah, this is very. We're witnessing a change in the industry that we'll see later on down the road. Just like I just said with the PC going to be day and date with Xbox. Like, yo, we seeing a big change. And I'm not just saying this because it's Xbox going through this change. This is also PlayStation as well. Um, PlayStation as well. They're going through changes as well. But going back to Xbox, with the abundance of all these studios, they can do whatever they want, and Microsoft sees that. Not Xbox, Microsoft. I was talking about Microsoft. Stay with me now. Microsoft is looking at this like, now we are heavily invested in the software. Software is where it's at. Now we know Xbox is in the hardware. You know what I'm saying? It's that niche. Like, this is another thing. It's that niche, the niche of I don't know if that's a word, but the fact that having purchasing a console, right? When you purchase a console, you are enveloping yourself into the branding of a video gamer because you bought a console, right? In my opinion, I believe like that is what Microsoft is trying to really like neutralize, right? They're neutralizing that oh, the gamer is limited to a console, right? They're trying to expand that I guess that terminology or that philosophy, right? As you can see on the TV screens, at some point we won't need a console. We'll just need a TV screen and a controller. But he's trying to get the person that's not into games at all into the digital space. That I'm speaking about him because he's talking right now, but this just feeds into what Microsoft wants in general, and of course he's going to speak, sensibly about what's going on in the company. He did say straightforward, hey, Starfield and Indiana Jones is not coming to PS5, right? It's not coming to PS5. So that's a no-no. That is a no-no. All you dudes out there that start running with that, oh yeah, we're gonna get Starfield on PlayStation 5, this and that. No. He said it's not. Don't get your hopes up. This is not one of these situations where you wait, for it to come to PS5. It's not one of those. So slow your roll on those two games at least. But the 4 games that were mentioned, but that's just not of my interest. But yeah, they're dropping on 2 other consoles. But hear me out when I talk about leverage that Microsoft is pulling at hand. This is what they're going to possibly do. Possibly do with the Xbox division, and how they're influencing the development of software amongst the Xbox hardware division, right? They're going to leverage software. This is what I'm saying. And everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Microsoft is heavily invested into ChatGPT or OpenAI. I don't know if it's one or the other, but they are trying to be this part of the live stream is why why I titled it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and get into it before I get into some gameplay. Like, we're gonna get after dark, we're gonna do some trapping, we're gonna get on GTA and just chill, you know what I'm talking about? Because in my time, when my time frame is a little late, so I'm gonna need some sleep. But furthermore, let's get into the reason why I'm saying here's the leverage that Microsoft has or need to utilize, right? They need to utilize this leverage. This one unique situation that they have at hand is that they are the runners. They're the ones that are in front they're in front of the push when it comes to AI, right? Now, I'm not here to do fear mongering. I'm not here to do that. I'm specifically speaking from a gamer aspect, in which I'm looking at how it can be utilized, how we create the video game, or how you create the video game. Listen to what I'm saying. So, how advantageous would it be for Microsoft to say, "Hey, you know what, Miss Sarah Bond, I know with the console space, we can't really eliminate that right now." Right? I was talking about the fact that consoles they're not going anywhere away anytime soon. Microsoft or Xbox has affirmed that. But we see that we have this entity over here, what we're putting money into, right? Putting a lot of money into the AI sector of Microsoft. Hey, we can really harness that. We can take that to the next level by having a new type of chip inside. They say it's an ARM chip. I'm not really technically savvy when it comes to the compute, the CPU, and all that, but it seems that they are deviating from what they've normally been going with in terms of AMD or GPUs or something like that. But with the leaks coming out saying that the next console is going to feature some type of hybrid unification of AI technology, that had me just shocked. Like, oh my god, like I didn't think of it, but it didn't really hit me until now. That's the reason why I'm conversating with you right now. It's hitting me right now because with all that's gone down in the last 2 months, excuse me, first you get to see like the vision, the plan, everything starting to go forward, right? We all predicted in 2024 will be that year that Microsoft really gets to, kicking the dough in when it comes to making their footprint into the gaming space, right? People want to say, they're in third place when it comes to market share or whatever. Nintendo and PlayStation is dominating that. But like I've heard others say, which is true, a lot of people are paying attention to the person that's in third place. But I do know the profitability that Microsoft has is a lot more, or it's a little bit more than what the other or the competition has. Now, Microsoft goes to Sarah Bond with the new ARM chip, or hey, look, with AI, we can take this console hardware to the next level. Now, you hear how I'm saying, listen to me now, I'm talking about the leverage. I'm saying it from the perspective of Microsoft, because in these last couple of months, we were hearing about within these rumors of the third party shift, we was hearing possibly an internal struggle go on. Now, with that internal struggle, was it that possibly, Microsoft wanted to fully put the flagship titles onto the, other platforms like that? Or is it like, are they forcing AI on this console? And this, I don't know Miss Sarah Bond, just Miss Beautiful Sarah Bond, as she speak. She's speaking about Power World right now, but she is over the hardware. I believe she's over Xbox, right? So she proclaimed that the next console, right? The next console will have the biggest technical leap that we have ever witnessed. Very vague, right? Very vague to say. But I was just wondering, is that what she is saying, or she's witnessed, or like she's putting together, or is it the Microsoft, upper head saying, hey, you have to kind of promote this console for us because we are integrating what we've put in a lot of money into, which is AI. We've put a lot of money into AI. So you must proclaim this console as the next up. You get what I'm saying? That's the only question I have with the proclamation or the big bold statement of, yeah, this next joint gonna be the biggest leap. You know what I'm saying? Here she is. She's speaking on it right now. Um, let's see if I can.
And it also represents a developer.
Here we go.
Our developers can build the specs of our hardware, and we invest to make sure they know when they do that the games are going to run great on our hardware, but they're also going to be able to be accessed across any screen because of all the other investments we make. So
Other investments.
An easy way to access as many players as possible. And we actually have more creators right now building for Xbox than ever before. By nature, thousands of them.
Okay. So with these statements that she made, the way that we experience these games across many screens, I mean, how advantageous would it be for Microsoft to say, hey, we're going to utilize AI to make sure we get Xbox across all these screens? Now, we're not getting out of the console business because we are heavily invested into the hardware, but you are going to implement some type of AI technology that allows Xbox to be seen across all platforms and, you know, or all screens, that is. Like, let me be for real, screens, because that's different than they've said platforms, but screens is furthermore screens out there than there are consoles, in my opinion. I know there's a lot more television screens out there. You got to have a screen to play with the console, or, you know what I'm saying, or this monitor, you know what I'm saying, a screen. Just like the lenses that man, I'm telling you, their business philosophy is changing. We're witnessing one of the most biggest shifts in the industry when it comes to both big, console holders starting to put their games elsewhere. But that internal struggle I was speaking about possibly could have been between maybe about AI, the hardware possibly, but I don't know anything. I don't know anything, bro. I'm just a guy, on YouTube, just telling y'all what's going down. Like, you in the 9-5, and I really appreciate it. Just listening to what I got to say, I really appreciate it. But what I'm saying is, like, is what Sarah Bond saying very, because I do believe the three that's up here are sensible to what the masses of the Xbox crowd is saying, right? I think they're gamers themselves. I know Phil Spencer is a gamer. I know Sarah Bond's a gamer. I'm pretty unfamiliar with Mr. Matt Booty himself. I know he's out here, cold with it. He's a cold dude. In terms of what I've seen via FTC leaks, right? He want to spin the opposition out the business. So I know he down with the he just want to do business, just business. I think his role right now is he's over the Blizzard Studios, right? So the leverage that I'm speaking of is that's one side of it, right? Microsoft pulling up on Xbox and saying, hey, we can leverage AI, right, to the fullest. We're gonna leverage AI in your Xbox console. I'm speaking like, these are not one of the same Microsoft Xbox, but these are Satya Nadella's and the guys that make the money. They're going to bull up and say, why should we invest in this console? Or why should we just, not rely on AI to emulate these games through a chipset, you know what I'm saying, that we can install in a screen, right? Because without, they're trying to alleviate themselves from just money that they don't need to spend. You know what I'm saying? They money moves everything. I'm telling you, everything around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's them, that philosophy against the gamer sensibility, right? The gamer is like, yo, we don't want Halo, we don't want Starfield, we don't want these flags. It's just the one that I agree everybody's been saying is Gears on a PlayStation or anywhere else. That is just weird to me. That is absolutely weird. All right, even Halo, right? But that's neither here nor there. It's just more so that's adding to what that that Microsoft side may want for the, the push of the company, what I'm saying, to that direction. Now, for them to say, all right, Miss Sarah Bond, we're going to do something different. We're going to deviate from the normal chipset, the normal architecture or whatever, and use a totally new way to hybrid, or a totally new way to construct the console. And on top of that, we're possibly going to jump the gun on our opposition, on our competitor, by possibly releasing it this year or a mid-gen refresh this year. I don't think it's a mid-gen refresh, but the rumors did say they were possibly making a cylinder-shaped discless Xbox Series X. Don't know if that's still a thing, but there was promises of this year and next year. We're seeing hardware reveals from Microsoft. So not only, we're telling you to put AI into the hardware, since, I just feel like they won, right? These three individuals, for them to come out and say, state, yeah, we still rocking with the same Game Pass model. We still doing what we do. I don't know why everybody out here is like, tripped out about, they tripping on these leaks and rumors. Somebody inside was like, yeah, I don't like what I'm hearing. Let me go ahead and maybe some truth to it, but I feel like, let me stop saying I feel. I don't, nah. Phil, Sarah, and Mr. Matt here, every single one of these individuals on stage here did a phenomenal job in composing themselves, especially in the amok of, people that are throwing mud at Xbox. I mean, they throw mud at Xbox, but I don't think they threw mud at PlayStation 2 days before this podcast pulled up. Because your boy Hiroki Totoki said, y'all guys are nice. Y'all nice and everything, but y'all don't know a goddamn thing. When it comes to business, y'all don't know anything, right? And this dude is the head, right? He's the main guy. He is the head, the honcho of money. I think the COO or something, the officer, right? He ain't like what they had going on, but nobody chunked no rocks at them. He even said, nothing for you. Nothing for you. April 2025. Come holler at me. But right now, leave me alone. Miss this number. No exclusive for you. But guess what? I know you don't like them. But they gonna feed you. And there go Phil at the front door with the Happy Meals. With 4 Happy Meals. Right? Hiroki Totoki and them was like, hey, we know y'all famine over here. But because y'all really don't know how to, y'all thought y'all was feeding yourselves. Y'all thought y'all was getting much in return with this whole business AAA title, these bangers and stuff. Think the model was sustainable. Mr. Sean Layden said, not so much. Yes, Jim Ryan did maximize profit. But now you're looking dry. Hold the line, 2024. You heard me? Popeye's biscuits. But no, Phil Spencer came with the Happy Meals, right? Grounded. Oh, was it Grounded? Sea of Thieves. Hi-Fi Rush. Pentiment. Phil Spencer is bringing y'all Happy Meals this year. So all this that PlayStation talk, I know I'm going off rails here, but let me talk to y'all right quick. All this that people was trying to throw mud on Xbox for releasing Grounded, for releasing was it Grounded and Sea of Thieves? And I don't know if anybody chunked that much at Pentiment, but I think it was more so everybody understood that wasn't much of their style. But hey, listen to me. don't PlayStation buy games? Gamers, don't y'all buy games? Y'all supposed to buy games. So let's see if y'all buy these games. Like, there's a whole bigger discussion on like this like, oh man. I'm going off rails, like I said, but it's so convoluted when you talk about the conversation of what possibly could have went on internally at Microsoft, in terms of Xbox versus Microsoft, or how do you keep yourself from not going fully third party today rather than maybe 5 years from now? They're already third party. Like, I know I'm facetiously saying it from a gamer perspective, right? When I say third party, I'm saying like we seeing Halo on PlayStation. We seeing commercials with God of War popping up on a Halo ring or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, this all of that, boy. All, you know what I'm saying? Seeing Aloy. But hear me out. That leverage ain't. I haven't really dove into that leverage conversation yet, man. I ain't really got there yet. But stick with me now. Stick with me, because the leverage is quite apparent. You don't even have to really know that much about AI to know that the utilization of AI, even if PlayStation decides to do it first, it's gonna be 10 times better. I ain't gonna say 10 times. It's gonna be maybe 1.75 times better on the next Xbox or whatever, because we do know machine learning is involved in the Xbox Series console, or consoles that is, which haven't been fully utilized. A lot of things in that Series console that haven't been utilized yet, but the leverage that they can pull with utilizing AI and a new chip, it'll be something new to witness and new to see. But here's something that I was thinking about by bringing up all those studios earlier, right? I was bringing up all the studios that were, talking about, that I was talking about, that they have so many IP, right? So many IP. All right, so check me out.
Nature of those investments, and we got more to come.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's finish off what she has. Oh, here we go. So before we.
And we got more to come. There's some exciting stuff.
Okay, listen.
Hardware that we're going to share this holiday, and we're also invested in the next generation roadmap. And what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're
building. Listen to that. So listen to what I'm saying. Let me go into what I mean by leveraging. I've been around to see the leaps of technology, right? And this leap in technology, when it comes to AI, is scary, right? The things you can do now, the things you can do with AI is crazy. It's scary. So you can do things by putting in a prompt what you want, right? If you an artist, this is something that's like, hey, bro, you kind of eliminating me out the equation, because all you have to do is put something in a prompt, and what you will see is a generator, something that generates that image based off those prompts that you put in. Like, just say an individual sitting down, like you see Phil Spencer, or 3 individuals sitting down, a wooden chair, flat floor, rectangular room. You know what I'm saying? Just building that world space, right? So when she brings up how better it will be for the player, how better it will be for the creators. Now, are you talking about official creators, meaning those who are on payroll, or are you kind of simultaneously using those two words and not saying it and saying the player is the creator, right? The player is the creator. That's the leverage. Okay, hear me out. The player is the creator for the next generation, because instead of relying, of course, we're going to have this is what they seen. They seen Fortnite come in and take over. They seen it come in and take over as a platform. You don't think Microsoft seen that and was like, we got AI, bro. We can do something like that. We can turn our hardware into a real platform where not only you will not be looked at as just a gamer whenever you purchase this piece of hardware. There's this unification of, okay, now you are not only a gamer, but you are utilizing this AI chipset within this console to be a creator. Think about the strides and the jump that we might see on how they utilize prompt telling, how you can talk to the system and communicate to the system. This is what you want in this world space. This is how you want to tell this story. Right? And I'm speaking from primarily just a gamer, right? And this is how I'm interpreting it. You take that and you unify the player and the developer. No more of the bickering. Of course, it's going to be the developer always around. I know. We have games like Dreams, right, being shut down by Sony, but we've seen immaculate talent. We've seen immaculate games come out of that. I know people love some of the little titles. I know whether it wasn't that. I'm just saying, whenever you can sell that to the player, this is what I'm saying. The leverage that they can use. You're no longer just a console buyer no more. People are not going to look at you as just making a hobby investment. This possibly can turn into an investment into something, a career investment. Microsoft can really utilize that, being that they are a software company. You make a console or possibly a handheld, right? We do know that they are dipping into the handheld. They didn't confirm it, but come on now. We see the likes that Phil Spencer have been dropping when it comes to portable handhelds. We know that they're interested into, maybe partnering with somebody to do a handheld. But I'm saying, how advantageous would it be, being that you have all of these studios? Listen to me now. When I brought up the platform of Fortnite, Sega's making this mega game. We don't know what it is. We really don't know what it is. Microsoft can make something within their studios. Every studio is going to be able to have access to this AI software. I think Microsoft really are at the forefront of like AI technology. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? If there's any other entity out there that has connection to AI, let me know. But let's see here. Just let it rock. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what Microsoft can leverage, what Xbox can leverage for the next generation, is turning the player into a creator. But it's not like you're forcing it on them, because you're calling the console a hybrid console. So you're allowing development to happen normally like the old ways, but simultaneously living in that new way, because now you're allowing more people into the space. You allow more people into the space to create, because they seeing that, okay, this is how easy it is to put into the prompt. Tell them that I want the place to look like this. I want it to look like that. This is what I'm saying. You have a servers, like a server browser, a mega game, to where it has all available, possibly like imagine a Battlefield-esque Halo, like putting that together. You prompt it together, and now you have this one server that has, I don't know, like it locks down. You feel me? Like it can't change after you prompt it in. Like if you want to make it an official, like having an official server or something in the cloud, or like the fact that there's so much you can utilize when it comes to telling stories and AI stories, right? I wonder what the Kojima game is. Like, how is that going to harness AI? How is that going to make this leap that Sarah Bond is talking about with OD? You know what I'm saying? That overdose. How is we going to see that like taken to the next level? And in my opinion, right, I'm talking about leveraging. And if you didn't know, um, this is about Xbox and how they can propel the industry forward. Because I'm not only speaking for Microsoft and their console business, I'm also speaking for everybody else utilizing AI. Now, there are rumors that the next PS5 Pro will have an AI chip in it, but I think they are the ones. Xbox are the ones that possibly they're going to storm the industry when it comes to creation of AI games, right? What I'm saying is people are going to be able to create stories. I'm just imagining um, when things get better and better throughout time, right? I've seen AI transition from how AI art used to look then to how AI art looks now because we've seen those Taylor Swift photos and it was like, what the hell going on? Like it made mainstream that, yo, how the hell does this? You get what I'm saying? So if you can get that in motion and kind of unify that with the actual system, the actual tool sets that are available, like have an actual tool set that's available to the player that is across the cloud, you know what I'm saying, that is easily accessible on any screen. You don't necessarily have to have the game of Halo, but AI is, I mean, it's a sandbox. If they find a way, listen to me, if they find a way to sandbox AI into the console, like making it a sandbox feature, I mean, it's up with Xbox because nobody else on the market is going to offer it at the time, being that they're going to jump ahead of everybody else. Bro, the opportunity is there for Microsoft to take forward, like possibly, it's not going to eliminate um, the actual mainstream single player games. This can be like one live service. I'm trying to put it into a vernacular you can understand, a terminology you can understand. See where I'm coming from when it comes to um, excuse me, like how advantageous it would be. That is the word for the day. Advantageous. What are the advantages, right? What are the advantages? And I see a lot. I see a lot. Just giving the player the access to AI to kind of see what this does is, the idea of modding, right? With modding and AI, we know Microsoft is like Bethesda and Microsoft coming together. That was a match made in heaven. I love that, right? But listening to the how it was just organically, how the unification of Bethesda and Microsoft was kind of organic already to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. Just seeing how invested they were in the modding sector of it, because we did see Fallout 4 feature mods on consoles. I think for the first time, at least with Bethesda games, where it had an official mod menu and everything. So they are for the players in that aspect. They're sensible to what the players want. That's why I know they're gonna test this out. Even with the 4 Happy Meals that PlayStation getting this year, they starving, bro. Give them Happy Meals. But I was just laughing because I'm thinking in my head, man, they got Popeyes biscuits. But I kind of want to make them happy, bro. We got to give them Happy Meals. So they ain't got nothing else. They got nothing coming out except Rise of Ronin and Stellar Blade. But I'm saying like first party. So technically they got first party coming out from Microsoft. Yo, and they got Call of Duty coming out this year too. So I mean, with Microsoft having those 4 games, or at least Xbox and they're showing Microsoft. They're going to show Microsoft. Okay, do these players are we going to be able to migrate those who are on PlayStation, right? Because we do know, is it Grounded? One of these games are only releasing on PlayStation 4, meaning they're looking at that whole huge digital player base and seeing if they buy games first. Not you PlayStation dudes. We're talking about PlayStation 4. So if PlayStation 4 doesn't buy, what does that mean for Xbox? Could you necessarily, because you can't grab new people. You can, but as they were stating, the console growth, right, as a whole in the industry, it hasn't grown since like '08 or 2012 or something like that. It hasn't really grown substantially. So it's not that the industry is getting out of the console business. It's just we need more accessibility on TV screens, like throughout, so people can see what we're developing, see it. But not only that, right, Microsoft, you can leverage AI and be like, not only you can play, you can create. You can create simultaneously as you play. Imagine that. An AI sandbox where you can technically prompt everything as you play, right? And lock it to that asset, lock it to whatever it is. You know, it might be a cloud base where there's a amongst all the Microsoft IP, we have assets that are now how they can monetize that. See, now Microsoft can come in and say, we can monetize the AI prompting system. We can monetize how they come up with these assets. If there was a sandbox AI way they can have all IP, right, come together and be like, you know what, we can have a Halo, Master Chief, exist amongst many ways. Imagine a Battlefield Halo, bruh. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. And just like you being able to see, and that goes within like, okay, does that would there be a need of a game that has a proprietary engine installed? Like you'll need a game base. Like I just see how unified the system will work with the actual software. Whenever you download a video game, how in unison would that engine need to be, like how AI needs to be in unison with the game engine, right? Because it varies across different studios on what engine they chooses, whatever they choose to use. We don't know if that AI will be properly implemented into it, and we don't know if it'll work effectively. So we'll see things change over time. I'm just wondering, like, they can really leverage AI by just stating you will be able to create games possibly or smaller demos. You can bring the demo back by being able to allow the player to create the demo. You feel me? Like, let the digital space like grow in that manner. It's so much you can get out of their new direction here, because what they're doing now is just peeling the band-aid a little bit. They're always been the ones that been ahead of the curve, but whenever they reveal it in the current time, they always get the flack for it. And people don't want to give, Xbox or Microsoft credit that, yeah, they just don't know how to market their, what they're doing properly to appease, but eventually the industry will follow. And Miss Sarah Bond. My God. Y'all just don't know. A brother crumble when he sees a beautiful black woman. I'm telling you. I gotta not crumble now. I ain't gonna simp for y'all. I'm telling you, I'm gonna let you know. But anyways, now Miss Sarah Bond, we can have conversation. You know what I'm saying? We can have conversations and everything. You feel me? Oh. All right, hold on, Ken. I see you, hey, popping up in the chat late night. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Wait a minute. Does that say? Oh, Yo, for a second, I thought it said 2:54. I mean, I thought it said 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my God. But 2:54 in the morning where I'm at. I see you in the chat. Ken Lynn, what's going on? So what do you think that Indiana Jones will be like? Haven't been hearing much about it. Personally, I think Indiana Jones, that's a good question. Indiana Jones, we know that it was slated, it is slated to release in December. I think that's cap, bro. I don't think it's coming out in December. It's so much that's releasing in the fall. They have Call of Duty, bro. Like, why would you need Indiana Jones to come out in December? You also have Stalker 2 coming out. There's a lot of titles, like he said, Matt Booty, he said 10 games releasing. Wow, that is a lot. But I think there was also stating that it's Diablo expansion, so that could be DLCs as well. We do have Flight Simulator 2024. Nobody has heard about that. So 2024 can be a stacked year, and I don't think Indiana Jones need to be in 2024. So I'm speaking specifically on release date, right? You hear me out, Ken? Just release date right now. Because just think about it. The abundance of games that are out this year are needed to like push this regime that you see on screen. They need Hellblade, Avowed, Shattered Space, right? The DLC for Starfield. They need that to be like hitters because, like I was stating, the back and forth between Microsoft and Xbox. Will these games be successful here and that? So Indiana Jones, I don't think that it should fall within that conversation. Put them up there in April next year or March next year. Get us hype, maybe post E3. We've seen a gameplay footage of it already. So you don't have to show anything that are give us too much of it. Keep that mystery going. I feel like Indiana Jones needs that mystery. Don't reveal too much of it. I don't know how to feel about the development in terms of gameplay. I was a fan of. Did you see it, Ken? When he he gave him the knuckles like boop boop boop. He grabbed him. Boop boop. I'm not doing it to you, bro. I'm not doing it to you. I'm just showing examples here. Most of the people I seen in the community though, they needed a little something across their lip, man, because the way they was reacting to all these rumors, it was crazy. Ken, please tell me you wasn't out here, burning your jersey, your Xbox jersey, fam. Please tell me you wasn't out here burning your Xbox or sending it back. Because we're not mustard hearts over here. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick with the team. We're going to stick with Miss Sarah Bond, because that's who I was talking about in this whole stream. I was talking about her and how she proclaimed that this next generation will be the biggest leap. And over the night, I was just thinking, man, how advantageous it would be for them to utilize. But my dog, that's the fist pump. Bow. That's Ken Lynn. We fist pump around here, man. We homies. When you make good points and ask questions, that really gives me more appreciation for what's going on. That y'all do, everything that y'all do for the channel. I'm seeing all these Switch and all these other words and PlayStation. I look, as a fan, I do have disdain, like seeing the fact that Microsoft has to be the ones to step forward. It hurts a little bit. It hurts for them because they always have to be the ones to, peel the Band-Aid a little bit. Hey, come on, it's gonna hurt, Jimmy. Just come on. When you're a kid and it's that one little part. When you get to the sore part, the most sorest that we're gonna have to go through, y'all. We're gonna have to go through possibly that Master Chief. Ken, what you think? Ken Lynn, I got a question for you. You think Halo Master Chief Collection is going to PlayStation this year? Because keep in mind, these 4 games that are coming out is in the first half of the year. Depending on how these Happy Meals go, you know what I'm saying? If these PlayStation dudes out here, I need another Happy Meal. Guess what? Oh, okay. Phil Spencer gonna be like, all right, Hey, bring them a double cheeseburger and some fries. But it's a Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? Bring them the best of them all. Halo. How you feel about that? Probably not this year. Oh, so you do believe Halo will possibly show up on PlayStation? Oh, I just want to like see I want to just hear you out, because man, I was going crazy when my homeboy said, "Yeah, man, they saying Halo going to PlayStation." I was like, "Bro, it's just a rumor. Don't you say that. Don't you say it." But he's saying probably not this year. But I mean, look, like I've already said, 10 titles coming out this year. It's already pretty stacked. So I don't know about Indiana Jones. People were saying South of Midnight possibly coming out this year. Don't do that. Don't do it. Let Hellblade get his. They don't need to do the quarterly release thing. I don't think so. That they have a lot of games. Just what you need to do is focus on your marketing, right? Focus on your marketing. Focus on the marketing, because like I'm saying in this stream, you see the title, the leverage. How you can leverage this one podcast. You can go back, you can clip Miss Sarah Bond, how beautiful she is. Clip her like a hype montage, like, yo, we hyping up this next generation. Like, put her on beats or something. You know what I'm saying? Saying, yo, we got the most biggest hard, the pause. We have the largest leap of the generational leap ever, right? Then you show up, See, to me, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and Xbox is turning into the Cowboys. You're talking a lot. You're talking all this talk, bruh. Show me, bruh, or go ahead, just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what I'm talking about. Just rip the Band-Aid off on me. It's gonna be Halo. Go ahead, rip off Gears. Oh man, that's gonna tear me up. But yeah, 100%. Okay, Xbox is fine, but play it. Yeah, let me do this right quick. There we go. Okay, there we go. So Xbox is fine, but PS players think it's trash. Not that bad at all. I own both. Okay, they got the studios to make some moves. They have a lot of studios. We haven't even seen Perfect Dark. Check it out. We ain't even heard nothing about Contraband. You remember Contraband? That's the one I'm anticipating. So if you don't know what Contraband is, it's that 70s style type of 4-player co-op made by the people behind Just Cause. I think Avalanche Studios. Hey, that can be part of that 10 that they talking about, or Mr. Matt right here is talking about. We don't know. It's third party, but it is launching on Game Pass. I'm hoping that's not like a real stylized Fortnite looking game. I'm hoping it has some type of, not like Last of Us grade level graphical fidelity, but more so just some authenticity of, the 70s blaxploitation, the exploitation, just the move, jive, turkey, the afros and the car chases. I want to see some real 70s, gangster stuff or just crime going on. But Contraband, that's the one I'm looking forward to. We haven't seen anything about that, so that's a possible thing we can see at the heard of. Oh well, yeah, it was supposed to come out last year, I think, but it got pushed back to this year, so we can see that come out this year. I'm just saying, I don't know how much Machine Games need Indiana Jones to come out this year, but I don't think they should release it in December. Let it breathe, man. Call of Duty is still going to be on this seasonal deal. They got the seasons going on this next Call of Duty is going to be huge. So don't do Indiana Jones like that and throw them into the December pit like that. Don't do them like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. When I seen him buried in that sand, I was like, oh, they doing it. When they had his hand, when they showed the side of his hand, the skin and everything, I was just enamored by it. They got the hairs and the sweat. And the fact that they're going with a Harrison Ford lookalike with Troy Baker and everything, being a voice actor, I believe. This is the Xbox game that they need. But furthermore, into like them going third party, I was talking about AI at first, how they can leverage the unification of not only you being a console buyer, but also being a game creator, right? With the use of AI, you get to become somebody that creates maybe smaller scale video games, but something that can be a platform for you and your friends, but within the ecosystem of Xbox and Microsoft across all screens, because it's AI, it's possibly in the cloud. Who is at the forefront of all of this? Microsoft. So they can be very, very. You see, they invested in this next generational, this jump. There you see it in the captions. The largest technical leap you have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players, for creators, and the visions that they are building. Bro, come on. Yeah, if this game sucks, it's gonna be bad for. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I mean, bad. Yeah, they got a lot of. That's what I'm saying. They have a lot of studios, man. We still got Perfect Dark. We have Perfect Dark, State of Decay 3. Of course, everybody waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. Imagine creating them and hosting your own servers. Yes, exactly. Ken, you hitting the nail on the head. Making a platform. That's what I'm saying. Like, we seen the monumental shift of Fortnite. Fortnite changed the game, and now it's a platform where other entities are saying, "Hey, yo, let's drop some Legos in this joint, or let's drop our Rocket League in this mug." Yeah, it's a platform now. Use AI as a platform on your console, saying that this is the only place where you can experience this type of servers or this type of community. Like, I believe you can utilize that type of marketing, right? That's something Microsoft struggles with, is marketing. Market AI in the limelight of a creator, the creator that's in the gamer, not the ones that. Those things can work in tandem, like, those who do create games right now before we get to that point. But those who like done it the older way without AI, they've built they're developers at heart. They know how the technicalities of the systems and the coding process. You're still going to need that. I feel like it's not going to eliminate that process. But if you just allow the gamer to get to a point where, like, yo, I did this, like, I can say on this platform, the Xbox, like, how advantageous would it be for them to have, I know this is dingy, this is the Elite Series 1 controller. They need to do better on these as well. But imagine you creating a game through just using your gamepad or using your like, just if they really go forward with making a platform, they're not even going to limit you to a controller. They're going to allow you to use your PC accessories. Like, just go all out. Like, I think they are very much in a good position to change the game and control the game. But nobody's really wanting to admit to that, bro, because it's Microsoft. We always know Microsoft can get in their own way because they're insenseless to the gamer, right? We know these three possibly might not be. They are sensible to what we want to see. But we know the dudes with the suits, Satya and Nadella and all them other guys, man, money. It's about the money, homie. So controversy sells also. Isn't some of that Power World done? Hey, get back with me on that, Cam. I don't want to get them in trouble, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing. But I mean, look, Nintendo ain't shut them down. Nintendo ain't come through and say, "Hey, yo, y'all gotta shut down what you're doing." Cause I think, in my opinion, I'm gonna say this though. I think Nintendo is, Yakuza. Them dudes, hey, they move different. I don't know what kind of juice Nintendo have. I know it's about honor and respect and everything, but they affiliated. I think Nintendo is affiliated, bro. How they being ran, yo. But anyways, if they didn't mess with the Power World creators, I don't think they really gonna. We can talk about, like you said, controversy sells. We can talk about possibly them using one-to-one Pokemon models or something. Like, hey, Ken, let me know, man. What is it about catching them all? Or have you played Power World? Like, I haven't played Pokemon before. I haven't really been a fan. I haven't been really engrossed into the controversy, right? I do recall people saying that the guy that actually went into Blender, he was like, he was faking it the whole time. So, people was out here controversy, trying to get the clout, trying to get the clicks. And there goes that. I don't. That's not an Xbox tax, but I don't know. That's just people just looking for controversy. But yeah, I had it on me. I had it on me. I see you, man. I see you. Ken, that's another one. Bow. That's a fist pump. All right. Fist pump. It's like from the regular show. I love the regular show. Let's go ahead and throw the low song for the homie. I think it's time for us to ride out, man. Ken. Hey, I'm giving you a spot. Ken in the chat, came through, conversating with me. He, you really kind of had me. I'm thinking about Indiana Jones. I wasn't really thinking about it in that aspect until you brought it up with all these 10 games that's coming out. Man, yeah, I just don't think they need to release Indiana Jones this year. Power World, on the other hand, was a breakout success, right? It was a breakout success. Nobody thought Power World would just like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything. So, hey, that's great for the developers. I think they are like Xbox eccentric or PC Xbox eccentric. So, hey, that's where they comfortable, bro. The bag is good with Microsoft. It's just if Xbox promotes, this is how I'm gonna say it, man. They just need to learn promoting their software, right? People don't know anything about Game Pass. You gotta hit us where it hurt, bro. Y'all good at these Band-Aids, right? You know how hard that Band-Aid was. I want to know how long you been on Earth, Ken. Because I think we was all ripping this Band-Aid off. But it was a sad one because the moment we start seeing that Blockbuster, seeing that logo or just the signage go down, you start seeing Blockbuster, them shelves go empty from the glass when you ride by and see that, there's no movies on the shelves no more, no games on the shelves no more. It's like that emptiness. Listen to me, bro, because I know we're going to witness this with physical media not soon, but it's going to happen. But the way we seen Blockbuster just go off the scene like that, just die. I wasn't ready for it. I really wasn't ready for it, bro. It's coming regardless. I know. And what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get to is, Microsoft knows me. They are sensible to their fans, bro. Don't rip it off because I've gone through too much in my life already. Y'all already done gone, but y'all learning though. Y'all drip feeding. I'm still rocking with you. I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm PC. We rock together. We rock on the same team. So, they're sensible to the gamer, right? They know what we want. we can't hear it. We can't take it if Halo goes to PlayStation. I know most people don't know that I think Gears of War was prototyped for Epic, on PlayStation 3 or something way back. So there is, they've always been tinkering in third party. They've always been third party in they've already put games over there. But why does Microsoft have to put their mascots on first before anybody else? I want to know, why is that narrative being pushed around? Is it because they're trying to play good to people that don't necessarily want them to see good? More so just talk about how they are not, it's the damned if you do, damned if you don't. So when they do good, it's like, well, are they really doing it? Because they have an agenda. There's always an agenda, all that warrior kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff they try to push on these corporations and stuff. Like, I don't know these people, right? I don't know Mr. Phil's, but sometimes it's overboard when you try to put your misery, your narrative into a space that, come on, bro, we don't need none of that. We don't need none of that. But Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? These people are sensible to drip feed that Band-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Seeing, if you're going to rip it off, though, just rip it off. Please. But you see, I'm talking, I got two characters. If you seen me early in the stream, when I put these shades on, I'm in a whole different character. So let me take these shades off, man. I thought I was riding out. But, moving on. Well, congratulations, God bless you, Ken. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to make it to that the age that you are. You know what I'm saying? We gonna acknowledge that. It's a blessing. I always want to, give people flowers, man. Thanks for showing up. I understand life is short, so I just want to let you know you are loved here on the channel, and I appreciate you for being here. Giving us conversation, giving us, giving us your thought on what's going on, especially this time of the night where I'm at. This is very difficult, to be up this late, but I'm doing it because I love talking about this industry, or at least the platform that I grew to love. I was on PlayStation, but that was like PS2 only. Everybody had a PS2, but I grew into the Xbox brand, and I just love it. You know what I'm saying? I just grew into myself. You feel me? I was timid when I was before Xbox, but when I got that Xbox, I got social. You couldn't tell me nothing. I'm talking to, oh, you in that party? Oh, I'm finna hop in this party. Yeah. They said that about you? Oh, you in photo party? Oh yeah, Oval. I grew up in that. I grew up playing the 360 all the time. But hey, we can get into that later. I just want to say, hey, thank you for stopping by, Ken. I really appreciate it, man. It was crumbling to see, like I was saying earlier, it was crumbling to see the physical media just die when Netflix just came through. Netflix came through and stole the masses when it comes to streaming. Or I remember Redbox, like you can get it for $1. Oh, yo, so Ken, man, I think this might be the first time on stream that I really tell y'all how I got into the space, how I got into. It's a very sentimental subject, but more so, it wasn't my console to get the Ring of Death to begin with. It wasn't mine to begin with. I'll say that. And the console that I had was my cousin's, actually, and my cousin, he unfortunately had lost his life alongside his wife and his children, I believe, children in a car accident. So then following that, the closest cousin to me, at least in terms of age, his younger brother, don't think he decided to take his own life because I guess he couldn't take the tragedy. So I was given the console of the Xbox 360, and with the Xbox 360, he had NBA Live '09, and I believe that was it at the time. NBA Live '09 on the console. So yeah, the console did have Red Ring of Death on it, and I did have to send it back. Fortunately, it was still under warranty, and that's why I love the Xbox brand, because it came from a situation like that, and I just want people to know that was my the beginning of like me loving the unification of online gaming, right? That's when I came out of my shell. I'm still predominantly a single player gamer, but how I'm able to talk to you, Ken, how I'm able to just comfortably tell y'all about my stories, tell everybody about how I got into the space, it was very monumental though, because I was still playing the PS2 at the time, and this was like in '07. Yeah, '07. It was probably like 3 years into the new generation. We had the PS3 and the Xbox 360 out at the time. So yeah, he had excuse me, he had a PS3. I mean, a Xbox 360, and it had the Red Ring of Death. So yes, I dealt with it, but I don't think to the degree he possibly was going through it at. Right, he may have like thrown a controller a few times, or like, oh, I can't stand it. He might have done that in his time around, but God rest their souls, everybody that, all my loved ones. But yeah, the Red Ring of Death was very, very much a time, right, to witness. And it's crazy that Microsoft had to go through two generations of like trying to rebuild themselves back up. You get what I'm saying, on the perception of the public eye, or at least the Xbox brand, because when it got to that next generation, the Xbox One, they was pretty much on the chopping block. But this guy right here, he was like, "Hey, you know who I am? You know who I am, Boyega. What they call John Wick? Boyega, or Boogeyman. Dude came through and he saved Xbox from going under. I don't care what nobody say. He did that. All right. Fix mine. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Rest in peace. Yeah. The Xbox 360. So how I got my new one though, it was great, right? If you don't know, if you're tuning into the 9-5, I'm just talking about how I came up with my Xbox 360, how it was gifted to me, and how now when I sent it in, because it still had warranty on it, and I was staying at my auntie's house. Normally during the summertime, this happened during the summertime, and later on into the fall. But I was staying with her, and we stay out down there, in the country. I just love going down there because we just family, and we had time to play games. But, my auntie, one day, I'm in the house playing the PS2. I think I was playing Liberty City Stories. Don't sleep on that game. Liberty City Stories. I was playing that game, and she said, "Hey, just Don, come here. Come here, And it was more so like, not a come here, like a straight up come here. It was like hey, you mind come helping me, with the groceries and all that? I was like, all right. So I walk outside. It was a nice little day, you see you hear, I like to always hear the leaves brushing, just, we in the country too. So I'm walking out to the car, and she just kind of slows down, and I'm walking like, what's going on? Because I don't see no groceries inside the car. I don't see no bags. She said, go on the other side of the car and go open the door. So I open the door. There go a box. And I'm like, what's that? I started thinking. I was like, no, that can't be. She said, yeah, that came. I went to the post office and picked it up. Guess what it was? It was my new Xbox. And then, because guess what? In between the time I was waiting for it, I had got Rainbow Six Vegas. I had got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. And I think I also got NBA 2K9. Yeah. I think it was all in 08. It was all in 08, bro. Well, it was in 07 going into 08. It was like, yeah, bro, that was a time to be alive for me, bro. Because when she brought that into the house, it wasn't just the TV that the PS2 was on. I'm putting that joker on every single TV in the house. Every single TV it's gonna get played. You know what I'm saying? This 360, we're gonna see how, because I was that type of dude. We're gonna tinker with the settings. We're gonna make sure I get this next gen experience. You feel me? What a day. Oh, Ken, hey. Whew. You preaching to the choir. 2K9, to me, check this. 2K9 has a resounding look to it, right? It's something about it, the aesthetics, the 2K, sports, kick it in the city, we'll be getting around. That next door, hey, that whole blacktop mode. I mean, that game, I would say 2K9, 2K11, 2K13, and 2K14 was like, I think up to 14 was pretty much my pinnacle of the 2K franchise. But when I seen the graphical jump, like Miss Sarah Bond saying, the biggest technical leap, that was the biggest technical leap that we had witnessed from 2K. Now, I would say like that 2K8 to 2K9 was also like a big technical leap, because I was like, yo, that's why I bought it. I was like, yo, you think I'm missing out on this? It had Kevin Garnett, doing what he do on the front. Or was that? Nah, that's not the one with D Wade was the year before, I think. I don't know, but it was the one with Kevin Garnett in the front. But I ain't playing 2K5. I'll tell you that. They want to nickel and dime us, bro. They want to nickel and dime us. But yo, tell me you've played Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Or not 2, but the first Rainbow Six Vegas. That Rainbow Six Vegas, it was one of a kind, right? You're absolutely right. So Ken, you don't consider the PS5 and the Xbox Series, that graphical change. You don't think that's more of a leap from the last generation consoles to this generation? Because I'm on PC and they think we don't deserve that console upgrade version. We're not getting the same graphical fidelity that y'all get. They say, oh, because there's too many PCs out there, so we can't optimize. It's hard to develop for all PCs, so we're just gonna make sure you get the PS4 and Xbox One version. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. That's why 2K can kick rocks, bro. They can kick rocks. At least Madden is releasing, or has released, the 24, crossplay. It's the kind of the same, right? Madden always is the same, but it makes me sick what they do to us PC players when it comes to sport games. Like, bro, where is MLB The Show? I need MLB The Show on PC. But I'm sooner or later, I want to see the hardware that Xbox is pushing for this fall and at least next year. I didn't really talk about that, but if we get something handheld where, okay, Ken, think about this. Oh, you said I have Rainbow Six Raven Shield on PC. You gotta talk to me about that, because that sounds like an old school joint. That Raven Shield sound like an old school joint. So I don't know much about that, but I'll look it up in the meantime. Someone is going to make the ultimate computers, so I'll destroy these companies. Hey, look, this is what I'm going to, bro. If they actually come out with a handheld console, because remember, they were saying that they lost in a digital or my man's here that's talking right now, Mr. Phil Spencer, he came out, he deliberately said that they had lost the console space in terms of where they where people put their software, their money into, where they put their games into, right? So why not make a portable handheld that has all the launchers on it? Have the Xbox, like an Xbox Unified, like launcher on it that locally plays the Xbox games on there day and date. You throw Steam in that joint. You taking over the game. A Rainbow Six 3. That sounds like, bro, that's, but people regard those Tom Clancy games, going back to Rainbow Six Vegas, people regard those Rainbow Six games as like the best. You know, I know people love Rainbow Six Siege, but I just love the tacticalness of like Ghost Recon, the old ones. Like my first Ghost Recon was Advanced Warfighter. And when I played that, I was like, yo, you really got to work in tandem with your team. You can't just run out there because you will get shot about 2 times and die. Yeah. But, hey, man, you know I ain't calling you an OG. We both OGs, so, you know what I'm saying? Hey. No, but I respect, you know, I always want to give you some respect. Was it a game that was it Raven Shield? Was it like one of those games that you put a lot of hours into? Like, was it one of those like online games, you know, you had with friends? Was it local? You know, y'all had like, I know back then people used to play Halo or like those local LAN parties. That's what they call them. I never had enough friends to like really do that. But yeah. So going back to the nature of a portable Xbox, how advantageous would that be? Like I believe a portable Xbox, like not even a portable Xbox, but a portable, like, see, that's what I'm saying. You're eliminating this console limitation. It's all psyche, like in the psyche, right? Buying a console, like you going into a store and buying a console, like their philosophy is moving past that, but it's not like they're eliminating it. Like, how premium are they going to make the console space if they keep bumping up the specs? Like I bring up how advantageous AI integration or this new Xbox would be. That thing ain't gonna be no $500. But I don't know, bro. Like, people just don't change. We're not paying $700 for a console. I don't know anybody in their right mind that'll do that. Bro, rent needs to be paid. And you talking about $700, $800 for a Pro? Shoot, boy, you crazy. You crazy. Man. Didn't finish. He said it was all. Hey. Yeah, man. Rainbow Six Vegas was also difficult as well. That was because I love the first person, the third person camera aspect. I always dig that, bro. That was always something I was like, nobody else has done it ever since, and it's quite a travesty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to see how they can bring kind of the unification of the PC gamer into the console, like making us want to buy a console but not leave our digital library, if that makes sense. Like, I want a console, but I want that console feel, but on the go. And possibly it's offered through ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, but I want something from Xbox. You know, and now that they have AI and all of that, they can really push it forward. I'm telling you, they can push it forward. They can really push it forward. But yo, I'm gonna put the Lokes back on because I gotta ride out. We gotta ride out, bro. So if you tuned into the 9-5, I really appreciate it. I'm your host, JD, from the 9-5. Get that, you know, I always know this is not any other JD. Right, I'm from the 9-5. Remember that. But I really appreciate you stopping by. Specifically Ken, giving me great conversation. Great, you know, sanctuary. I'm gonna call this sanctuary. This is always sanctifying. You know, we always when we come together and talk about these games, We are connected. Hey, go ahead, do your thing, Ken. I really appreciate it for stopping by. Hey, if you dig the video, the live stream, what we was talking about, like it. I don't know if you already subscribed or not, but if you are, I really appreciate it. I think you are. I already know. I think I seen you pop up on my list. I'll go. You know what? I need to do better. Just hold me accountable. Always hold me accountable, Ken. I want everybody that pulls up on this channel to hold me accountable. Let me know, hey, you all right? Post. You know what I'm saying? Where you been? But we're here together. We're gonna get through this, especially when Microsoft is like slowly peeling it off, bro. We all here for you, bro. We gonna be here in here together. We're gonna peel the band. We all gonna peel our band-aids. We're gonna keep playing the games though, because software is in abundance. It's in abundance. Ain't nobody else providing it. All right, like I said, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna give everybody that's console warring. I'm gonna go ahead and partake. I'm on the front line. Hold the line 2024, 2025, 2026. We're going to give them Happy Meals. We're going to give them Grounded. We're going to give them Pentiment. Hell, we're going to give them Sea of Thieves. Hi-Fi Rush. Give them the Happy Meals. All right? See how they act on that. They ungrateful anyway. All right? Now, that's all I have to say from the front line. I'm on the front line of everything, man. I'm going to let y'all know. Xbox is pushing the industry forward, and you know it, and you definitely need to admit to it. People need to admit to it. Sony, on the other hand, they're going to conform to what's going down, bro. They're going to eventually follow. So get that, down with. It's not like I'm saying they're going to do live service to the T and all that, but they're going to follow, and you know it. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Excuse me, for stopping by. It's quite late where I'm at. I need some shut-eye. So we're going to end the stream now. Peace. Whew.